All right, y'all. Ramses job back again. This time with rapper Big Pooh. What's up, boy?
It's good. This is crazy because the camera pointed at me and you talking and you over there. This is different.
Oh man, well it's all about you right now. So, and, I'm gonna go through and make sure that it's edited.
Oh yeah, definitely,
put footage in and all of that stuff, and making sure that we present it in a proper light. But
definitely,
you got to forgive me. It's we out in Vegas.
Definitely Vegas, man.
Yeah,
Viva Las Vegas, Sin City.
So what you doing out here, man? What brings you out?
Gambling, man. Just came out to kick it. You know what I mean? Like get away,
Throw some money down.
Throw some money down, not a lot, just a little bit.
Okay.
And just really like rest and relaxation, man. That's all I've been doing.
I like that.
Actually, been doing more sleeping than gambling. That's the funny thing. Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. I'm on the same thing out here, but I know that speaking of sleeping, we coming up on a very special anniversary, aren't we?
We actually just passed it a couple weeks ago. 10-year anniversary of Sleepers.
Okay, that's right.
February 8th, 2005 was the release date.
Okay.
And so we definitely just passed it. Got a couple special plans for the 10-year. Going to be doing the show, live show, 5-piece band, background singer, DJ, something in North Carolina just to commemorate the 10 years. And it's looking like right now, for the time being, it's gonna be a one night only thing. Okay. So when that drop, when I let y'all know, y'all might, if y'all are able, have the ability to, go ahead and get you some tickets and make your way to North Carolina for a couple of days. Okay.
And for those of us that can't or might not be able to get tickets, we're gonna be able to see it online.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure y'all able to experience some of it. I definitely want it to be special for those that were able to attend in person. So I'm not gonna necessarily tape it and then just give you what I gave them. Yeah. But I'll definitely share some of that night. But I want it to be special for those that actually got to be there. So there's gonna be some things that I don't want to let everybody see. I want it to be like special for those people that paid to be there. So
okay, I like that. So that's 10 years ago, and now you got a new project that's coming out, right?
Definitely. Words Paint Pictures, produced by Apollo Brown. EP that for me, every project holds special place in my heart, but this one is something that I felt was needed for the times, as far as social commentary and things that's going on. So it's something that I really wanted to do and put down in my art, something that can be here for generations after I'm gone. Like it can still be here and it'll still be circulating. So definitely very, very proud of this new project.
Okay, we'll talk about some of the songs. I want to say that there's a song on there that I heard about that you address like the issues with like Mike Brown and
definitely. It's almost like it's like a somewhat of a, I don't want to call it a eulogy, but I talk about like Mike Brown, I talk about Trayvon Martin, I talk about Oscar Grant, Amadou Diallo, but I talk about them thinking about my current situation, which was me getting stopped. I was in the process of getting stopped, getting pulled over, and I was thinking it was that moment of, as a black male, I always tensed up when the police pulled up behind me.
Me too.
whether and most of the times, I was clean. Everything was legit, but because the police pulled up behind me, you never knew what it was. So, after all of these situations started happening, and then a lot of them are current with police officers killing black males, you just really think about, like, could this be the last time? Whoever I just saw, could this be the last time they actually have seen me? Because I got pulled over for something or for nothing. Yeah. And nothing that warranted the action that could take place.
My death, yeah.
My death. So it was just a real tense moment for me. And the crazy thing is, I got pulled over the very night after seeing a video on the news from a city hour and a half away from me, where a guy got off work, got pulled over into a gas station, hopped out of his car, had his hands up. The cop hopped out of his car with his weapon drawn, asked to see the guy's license. The guy patted himself, was like, oh, my wallet in the car. Turned around to go in the car to get his wallet. And the cop fired off at him about 8-9 times.
Wow.
Like at the gas station. So by the pumps. Like he could have blew the whole gas station up.
Yeah.
Ended up hitting the guy, like I think he hit him twice, like hit him in the hip or something like that, in the leg. But I'm just looking at that and I'm like, this is crazy. So after that, I'm out driving and I get pulled over. So my senses were at an all-time high at that point in time. So that's one of the tracks. It's actually the first single, called Stop. I'm talking about government, a little bit about government on this record. You know how we, you know, as Americans, we feel we're superior to other countries and nations, and we feel that, you know, we're being told what's really going on, when in actuality we're being lied to every day, all day, you know, by our own government. You know what I'm saying? And so it's talking about stuff like that. And then it's even talking about the music industry. Like actually just put out a video called Augmentation for another song off of the album. And Augmentation is about destroying the idea that a lot of young cats have when it comes to music industry, hip-hop in particular. Like they are led to believe that the exception is normal, the exception is the rule, when it's the exception. Like for every Jay-Z, there's 1,000 MC so-and-sos you never heard of.
Right.
But they are led to believe that Jay-Z is the norm, when he's not. He's an exception. So I got a song dealing Augmentation is dealing with that.
So it sounds like in the past 10 years, not only has your music matured, you know, it sounds like you're addressing some like really serious issues, but also you've matured as a man.
Definitely. You know, I'm 35 years old now.
Okay.
You know, I've had the chance to travel a lot. And at the bottom of it all, man, your experiences are supposed to define you.
Right.
And with those experiences, normally it's the mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
I like that.
so it's me really sitting back and stepping back and taking a look at a lot of what I was doing and a lot of what was going on, and realizing like you going about life the wrong way in thought. You know what I'm saying? So that it just, you know, everybody don't reach that point, but I've begun to reach that point, and I still got a lot of growing to do. But now I'm more than ever, I'm very comfortable with who I am and what I represent, and I'm cool with it.
Okay, so talk about the album. Who all do you have featured on there? I know you got some new people, you got some old people.
Definitely.
You know, who else with you?
Well, I got Ramses is on the album.
All right.
And then I'm trying to think. The rest of the album is full of up and comers. I got a lot of young cats out of North Carolina.
That's a good look.
A young guy named Lute. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. A young cat named Jalen Santor. He's from Charlotte. My guy Nove, he isn't a young cat, but he's out of North Carolina, Winston-Salem. I got a young singer, Steve Rocks. He's out of Columbia, South Carolina. And then I got my man Black Soul out of Tacoma, Washington, on the project. And then former little brother DJ Flash did some cuts on the song as well. Okay,
well, that's what's up. So I've always known that, you know, in your crew, like, you know, you and back in the day when Lil Brother and company was, you know, moving around, you all really looked out for each other, be it, you know, Joe Scudder, or be it, you know, Sean Don, or, you know, whoever, you guys sort of moved as a unit. So it's good to see that you're still showing love to your city.
Definitely, man. You got to, man. You know, it's a lot of talent out there, and I look at it like a lot of times these guys don't, you know, they don't have the platform that I have. And what better way to, you know, introduce them than through my platform. So that's what I try to do. And I actually just thought about it like a couple days ago. This is the first album that I don't have either Sean Don or Joe Scott on.
Really?
Yeah.
First project. They're still you know,
still fam. You know what I'm saying? Still fam, but it's one of them things. I actually put this on Facebook one day. People was asking me why I didn't have certain people on my records, and on this record in particular, when they saw the track listing, and I explained to them like the way I put music together, I don't do it like a buddy thing. Like, oh, this is my man, so I got to make sure it don't work like that for me. It's about who fits what I'm trying to create, and my team don't always necessarily fit what I'm trying to create. Like how I ended up getting them 3 young guys on there is I got a song called Kings, where they're the next generation. They're kings as well. So that was an introduction for future kings. Okay. Sean Don don't fit it, he's already a king. You know what I mean? So that's, I try to explain it like I don't predetermine who's going to be on the project. It happens organically as I'm creating. It's like, oh, I think such and such a fit with this one. Let's go. Oh, and I have Marv One from Detroit on there. I keep forgetting Marv One. Okay. Battle rap extraordinaire Marv Wonder. He's on there as well.
All right, that works. Okay, so talk about how this album came together, because you from what I understand, you have a new label situation or something like that, right?
Definitely signed for a 2-project deal with a Mellow Music Group out of Arizona. And this project, this particular project was supposed to be a multi-producer project with all of the in-house producers that they have at Mellow Music. Okay. And I ended up doing, I think it was like 2 tracks. And I had a show with Apollo and Razkaz in New York for Razkaz and Apollo's, what was it for? It was for Apollo's album release when he did his instrumental album. And I had the show, and I let I let Apollo hear what I did so far, because he hadn't heard anything. And when he heard it, he kind of looked at me and was like, yeah, I think I'm going to finish this project up. And that was it. Like, he just started sending me beats. And it's something we had talked before about doing a project together. It just never happened. But he just started sending what I needed, and I just started going to work. And that's kind of it.
So, like I said, I follow you on Instagram, and I noticed that you and Ninth are communicating again, and so that's a good look, because I know for a while you guys, wasn't all the way smooth.
Definitely. We just, it's crazy how it's normally little things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was long overdue for us to finally have a conversation, a heart to heart. And it was unfortunate, but it took, an unfortunate event for us to really, have that conversation. But we ended up having it. And once we had it, it was just more of a, we acknowledged a few things, on both parts. And it was like, yo, let's just move forward. Like, okay. Let's just be men and move forward. Because at one point, our relationship was bigger than just music. We had a brotherhood, right. So, it was just time to just move forward, and so that's what we did. We've done some music, a couple music things, but for the most part, it's more, checking up on each other, making sure we good, and seeing what each other got going on, and just supporting, what each other has going on.
So the reason I was going in that direction is because I was wondering if there was any Ninth Wonder production coming your way for maybe your second project or something like that.
Nah, not at this time. He did a track for my Happy Birthday 3.5. When I re-released Happy Birthday Thomas, he did a track for that called Jambalaya. So we did that, and I did a couple things for a couple artists on his roster. But other than that, like I said, it's not really, we made sure we didn't base us reconciling off of music, off of work.
It was genuine.
It was genuine. It was a genuine reconciliation. So, and by doing that, I think we were really, truly, honestly able to move forward by not basing it off of work. Because we actually tried to reconcile one time before, but we based it off of work, off of music, and it failed miserably quickly. So we didn't do that this go around. We kind of like it. It was like over a year before we even did anything musically together. After we reconciled initially, so I think that was
real.
Yeah, it was real. I think that was good for us going forward. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely in a good place right now.
So you know what, I've like I said, I follow you on Instagram. I see a lot of your moves, and I know that you don't really put a lot of stuff out there, the way that you could, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I heard rumor that you was recently, you know, in LA in the studio with Dr. Dre, and you know, he was doing. I mean, I don't know if is that true?
Nah, it was true. I definitely, I had the opportunity to go out there and you know, pen some things. You know, I don't know if any of it gonna ever get used, but it was just cool to have that opportunity because everybody don't get that opportunity.
Okay.
And then not only to have that opportunity, but to be there and do it. It wasn't like I did it at home and sent something in and what is it gonna be? Like, I actually was there with them and was able to do something. And so that was cool. I learned a lot. It was a learning experience. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I learned a lot about, you know, creating and crafting in that 1 week, you know, that I was out there. It was like an accelerated class in making music, you know what I'm saying, with all of the talent that was in there. You know, I met DOC, I met Brian Morgan, who produced all of SWV's hits like Weak in the Knees and all of I'm So Into You. Like, it was just crazy. Like, people guys like that is just in there playing a part. Like, they're not the guy, they're just playing a part. Right. So I learned a lot about creating music while I was in there. But as far as putting it on Instagram, man, I don't put everything on Instagram, man. I like to surprise people. You know what I'm saying? I'm real strategic about things that I put on there for a reason, because a lot of people will look at me and they'll be like, you know, I'm not, you know, popular to a certain extent. I'm not A-list celebrity. I'm not, you know, have a #1 record, you know, that they know of, you know, because it's not me, the artist. So it's, you know, so they perceive you to be one thing. So I like surprising them with different things. So when I make a move and it's a big move, you know, you don't know why. Like, you know, why did this happen? How did this happen? When you don't know, I've been planting the seeds for a long time because I didn't share with you that I was planting them seeds. I'm just going to show you the rose after it's bloomed. Okay,
I like that.
Yeah.
Is there any chance we're gonna ever hear any new Little Brother music?
I'm a never say never type of guy, but I can honestly say I don't foresee that happening. It's a thing of, you know, I mean, obviously we have our own personal differences to work through, to sort through. You know, a lot of people, it's crazy, man. A lot of people who've never been in this position, they like to think it's easy. But I tell them, it's like having an issue with your best friend ×2. Like, it's not always easy. You know, we had a friendship, you know, that it went past music. So when you have the business and the friendship part of it, they kind of the lines get blurred and one crosses into the other. So it becomes a complex situation where it's not as simple as man up, go talk that out and get over the BS. Like,
when was the last time you guys spoke?
I haven't spoke to Phonte since 2011.
Wow.
So it's a thing of, you know, that's both our fault. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm man enough and honest enough with myself to say, you know, I definitely have played a part in the extended, you know, I'm talking, you know, ego. You know, pride. You know, it's pride is hard. It's hard to swallow that. So, but it's just one of them things where, you know, even after we have a overdue conversation, there's still no music on the horizon. Like, you know, at this point, you know, artistically, we're all in different spaces. You know, it's not like when we first started Little Brother, we was all in the same space. We're all in different spaces now. We all have a lot of different things going on outside of, you know, what you may see or may hear. So, you know, if trying to recreate old magic is tough, man. And I'm not one to just do it. You know, I could do it, or we could do it, you know, but we'd be cheating the people, because it's not going to be what y'all ultimately want, because we're not where we need to be. And I don't know if we're ever going to get back to where we need to be in order for it to be special, even if we reconcile. I don't know if it's going to get to that point artistically. So what's the point of harming the legacy, at that point. And then just for people to say, oh, y'all should have never got back together and did another album. Like I gave an example earlier. It's like Outkast, smart enough to realize, even though we know we could do it and we know y'all gonna buy it, if the heart is not really in it, is it really worth doing it? Is it really worth tainting the legacy? Hell no, it's not worth tainting the legacy. So don't do it. So they're not gonna do it. And it's the same thing here. So yeah, while we may have our things we need to work through, at the end of the day, it's not worth taking the legacy.
All right. Well, do me a favor, shout out your Instagram and your
Instagram, rapper Big Pooh, all spelled correctly. RapperBigPooh. Facebook, rapper Big Pooh 1. Twitter, rapper Big Pooh. Holla at me. I engage sometime. You talk crazy, I talk crazy back. Just let people know I'm not one of them. I can say anything to you, but you're an artist, so you can't come back at me crazy. That's a lie. I will, just because it's fun. But but I do engage with the people, because without them, I wouldn't have the platform I have. So.
And then the album information, where can people get it?
March 24th, Words Paint Pictures. You can get it off of any digital outlet, iTunes, Google Play, whichever digital outlet you prefer. And then you can go to mellowmusicgroup.com. Mellow is MELLO, mellowmusicgroup.com. And we have CDs, we have vinyl, and you can go get all that. You can go pre-order it before March 24th. I would appreciate it if you did. So you can go do that. And there it is.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.